had frozen, and I couldn't get onto anything. I couldn't get onto apps. I couldn't even get onto, to come alive and broadcast, because this is the only device that I have. So if this device ever went poo-poo, which can happen, as we know yesterday, then you'll probably, if I'm not on, you can always message me and say, hey, where are you? If I have something planned, and then you basically know it's probably an issue with my phone. So tonight we're doing, as I just said, Herby crusted salmon with a cheesy Dauphinoise, and we're going to do Tenderstem broccoli. So I'm actually going to show you on the iPad what it looks like. So this is what it should look like there. As you can see, here are all the ingredients you're going to need. So let's go through the ingredients then, check I've got everything. So you're going to need some potatoes. So 450 grams of potatoes. Now I did use some of these potatoes this morning. If you watch my broadcast from this morning, and I did a potato and spinach with red onion tortilla with eggs. It was really nice. I've got half of it left. So I even had a little bit of it cold, and it's so nice. So just to warm it up, I know you shouldn't really warm up eggs, but if you ever make a quiche or something like that, you can always warm that up. So I don't see it. I think if you only warm it up once, it should be fine. So anyway, potatoes. You need some salmon. Okay, so I've got my salmon there. We're going to need some garlic. So I've got loads of garlic. Let's get this out. Now I also came live earlier as well, and I went live on TikTok and did some carrot muffins. So if you want to go and, I'll show you the muffins actually, because I made these for tomorrow. So look, the carrot muffins, I made them earlier today. So you can't go watch back the replay on TikTok, but what I can do is download the video and put it on to YouTube if you want to go watch it. There's the other one. So I made 6 of them in total. So anyway, there's the carrot muffins. So just going to get rid of that garlic. Okay, not the garlic ends. You're going to need some chives. Now I've got some chives. I'm going to go get that shortly. Oh my gosh, it is raining outside. It is horrible, absolutely horrible. I'm just going to take out some of the stuff from the cupboard. So we're going to need some panko breadcrumbs. Let's grab this. A minute, if I can get these out. Okay, so panko breadcrumbs. So what we used the other day. You're going to need some creme fraiche. So we've got some creme fraiche. So creme fraiche. I'll spin you down in a minute so you can see everything that I'm using. You're going to need some vegetable stock paste. So if you've not got vegetable stock paste, you can use vegetable stock cubes, because we're going to be adding water to this. So these are quick sew stock cubes. So you only want 10 grams. I think it's meant to be like a paste, but so one of these is fine. Or if you've got your own vegetable stock, I don't see that being an issue. Oh my gosh, the weather outside is heavy rain outside. We get used to it in England though, because we get loads of. Hello Jay, good to see you. What did you think to my tortilla earlier? I did see your message come up, and you said, "Oh, that was like what did you call it?" I've forgotten what you called it, but it is similar to that. Yeah, it's definitely similar to that. So vegetable stock cube or vegetable stock paste, if you've got that. Let me just pop that back in the cupboard. Okay. I think you're on actually, Jay, aren't you? At 5. Are you on at 5? You're on at 5 o'clock British time. So I might actually go over. I do apologise, because I know you set your time for. I've started coming on a little bit earlier, just because I find that I prefer eating earlier. But if I don't come on early, I always come on later now. So it's either I come on early or I come on late. But I try not to come on at 5 o'clock anymore. But that's what the replays are for, though. That's what the replays are for. So vegetable stock, you need some cheese. So I'm going to not use Italian cheese. I'm going to use some cheddar cheese. So we've got some cheddar cheese here. Just checking I've got everything that I need. So, in an hour and a half. Do you know, I always get the confused. Yeah, of course, because of the extra hour. I always go off Eastern times. I always get confused. So we've got some mini cheddars here. These are only 25 grams, or 20 grams each. And then finally, you're going to need some broccoli and some sugar snap peas. So we've got some broccoli. Get the size of that broccoli. And then we're going to need some sugar snap peas. I think that's everything. So sugar snap peas. So ignore the dates. The date's today's dates, so I'm actually glad I'm using them today. So that's all you want, everything you're going to need. I think that's everything. And then you're going to need some olive oil and some water. So what I'm going to do is just spin you around, get my chopping board, and then we'll get cracking on this. Oops, I dropped the chopping board. Okay. So I know you're cooking something, Jay. You're doing something like it's like a Vietnamese thing, isn't it? Like a Thai dish. Is it the bowls? It's the bowls you're doing. Is it similar to these? Similar to these, like taco bowls. Is it similar to them? This is a Mexican one though. We're gonna do that next week because I've got loads. In fact, it was Darby that showed us how to make the taco bowls, but you know, with the tortillas. But I saw them and I thought maybe it's the same thing. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get started. Hey Alexis, good to see you. So just to shout out then, Alexis is very close to her target for her month, I believe. So, or for part of like the mystery show or something like that. So if you do need if you like Pampered Chef stuff, go and get it now. Get it while it's on sale. Get it now. Get it ordered. You'll have it in time for Thanksgiving, because that's another event coming up. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving. What we celebrate over here is like bonfire night, and we have fireworks. That was when Guy Fawkes went down to London and decided to try to blow up the Houses of Parliament, and we celebrate that. So, but yeah, you've got Thanksgiving coming up soon. So get your orders in. Get them ordered in now. Get your taste buds ordered for Hap Saturday when we do it in November for, you know, spices. Get all your spices ready, and you can then do some of the taste bud recipes. What else is there? Yeah, so get your orders in. Right, I'm going to spin you around. Spin you down. Here we go. You'll be able to see the apron. Do you like the apron, Jane? This is what Melanie got me. So, okay, so we're going to start off first of all by, you'll be able to see this on the screen. I'm following the recipe on the screen tonight. So we're going to preheat the oven to 200 degrees. That's the rest of the tortilla I had from earlier. Really nice, really nice. Right, I'm going to put the oven on because I think we're doing potato Dauphinoise. So preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Bring a large saucepan of water to the boil. So similar to how I did it this morning, if you remember. So I'm just going to put some water on to boil. Okay, and then what we're going to do is add some salt, peel and slice potatoes into 1 centimetre wide slices, and then add them to the boiling water and simmer until tender for 8 to 12 minutes. Potatoes are cooked when you can easily slip a knife through them. Once cooked, reserve some of the potato cooking water. Okay, so nice and easy tonight. We're actually doing Dauphinoise. So it says, I think I'm just going to make enough potatoes for. I'm not going to. I don't need to. Do I need to peel them? Yeah, I need to peel these as well. I need to peel them today, guys. Again. So get your peeler. Peel your potatoes. Once that's boiling. So Alexis, put in the chat if you can do any offers that you have. So if anyone wants to get any Pampered Chef and some great kitchen gadgets to your house, almost close to the consult minimum, but need to get to the mystery show up by 226. All orders appreciated. There we are. So, what would you say is the most popular item around this time of year? Let's have a think. Let's amongst ourselves have a think. What is the most popular item that people would buy at this time of year? What do you think it would be? For me, I would probably say something like a slow cooker or something. You know, something where you can just put all your ingredients into one thing, like a stew pot or something. What do you think? What do we all think? Like baking products, yeah. Yeah, because people are inside more, and because of the weather, and you know, winter's coming, and then people are stocking up as well on other things. So it's those sort of foods that people use. A bit like an autumn box. You should do that, Alex. Do a seasonal box of goods, or you know, things that are used at that time of the year. And then you could add the taste spices in there as well. People would buy that. The only problem is though, is like you could maybe put the order together, like all the items together for the person, so they order it separately. So you're not directly ordering it for yourself, but you put it on a list, like a wish list sort of thing. And then when it comes to order, you just put all that stuff through an order for that person. But then if you could give discount for it, it's a bit like when you used to, you know, like you're scanning stuff through a till, the discount comes off at the end. Because that's all it is. That's all it is at the end of the day. Everything goes through full price, and then you take the discount off at the end, which brings it down to that price you set the box for. So do like an autumn box, and then you could do like a winter box. So I'm not going to do any. I'll do one more potato. That's it. I know, Jay, you'd probably buy something like that, wouldn't you? So just put the items through, and then give Alexis a discount. People would buy that. Plus, if you're getting a load of things in a box, you're only paying shipping once for everything. So you did a Thanksgiving deal. There you go. Yep. What was in the Thanksgiving deal? You could even also say, okay, gift that to somebody. So you've got an autumn box, a Thanksgiving box, full of goodies. Somebody wants to buy it for somebody for Christmas or for a present, just as a gift. Send it to them. It's like when you go to a supermarket and you see all the food, in like a meal kit. People don't want to be trying to find food and stuff. They want for everything to be in a box, easy to put in the oven. You know, it's like when you go. There used to be a shop here in the UK called British Home Stores (BHS), and they used to do gift sets, and they would sell gift sets like cups, mugs with hot chocolate in them, and marshmallows. It's that sort of thing that people want. They don't want to be going out having to go and find everything. They want everything in one place. So yeah, an autumn box. Why don't you could even? And I think I said this to Alexis a while ago. I said, why don't you auction off a box? So, but or not auction. Something similar. Where you're getting the cost of the box, but everyone pays like £5 or something. Have an entry into a draw. You get the money. You might give a small bit to charity, and then, but it can't be done, can it? Because you're not allowed to do that. Well, that would really help you, I guess. Right, so we've got potatoes. Let me put the hot water in to my saucepan. It's exactly the same thing that I did this morning. So just fill it up. I'm gonna put the saucepan on. Get that boiling, which it already should be anyway. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're going to chop these up. So it wants to be cut into thin slices. So this is where I would need, if you're making this recipe at home, it would really help if you had the Pampered Chef slicer. So we're just going to cut these up into small slices, which you don't always see me do. So these are not really. I could use my dicer actually, couldn't I? But I'm going to pop these into my water. So yeah, it's not legal exactly yet. It's a shame though. You would get. Do you know what they do over here, Alexis and guys? They have this draw on TV where they say pay into a draw to win a house, and then it's like months later it's like they cancel it because they've not had enough people enter. But it's like the cost of a house. You need over like 500,000 people. Well, this house is probably not even that worth that much anyway. So we're only parboiling these guys. These, I think that these are going to go into the oven. So let me know in the chat if you've ever made Dauphinoise before. I tell you what, I've done quite a few different recipes this week, haven't I? This is what I'm going to do though. I'm going to find some new recipes and make them. I don't know why I needed to put the oven on so early though. So not too thin, but not too thick. The mandolin, that's it. I'm trying to think of the name. So, what am I going to dress? Ah, Jay, that's a surprise. You'll have to wait and find out. I've been looking though at costumes. It'll probably just be a mask. Jay, I'll have to end up. Because we've got another. How long have we got now? We've got another 4 weeks. Oh, it's 4 weeks today, isn't it? Yeah, it's the 30th of last day of September today. Cutting these up. Put them in the pan. And then I'm going to cover the pan over. These need to simmer for about 12 minutes. Easy peasy. Right, so next thing then we're going to do. Next thing we're going to do is, so I can put the timer on for that, which I've got here. Oh, and I've lost the recipe now. Start cooking. So you see there on the app, it shows you, there's a little countdown. So you follow it along on the recipe on. So what am I going to cook? I have no idea yet, Jay. Not a clue. So what we're going to do next is peel and grate the garlic, finely chop the chives, pop the breadcrumbs into a bowl and add the olive oil. So we need, it's very similar to what we did the other day. So we're going to get a bowl. Let me just go and get my chives because I need to cut them. A minute. So I'm just going to cut the chives into this bowl. You'll see this. So thinly slice, use some scissors. Managed to get a few new chives from this because the other one that I had, the other chive plant, it died. I don't know what happened. I think I gave it too much water. So just chop this up. So remember guys, you can share this broadcast. I'm live on Twitter right now as well. If you go onto Twitter, you can retweet the broadcast. You can also subscribe if you're new to watching me. You can sponsor, or you can even send awards if you really like the broadcast. You get 100 free coins for signing up to this app. Okay, so give it to your favourite broadcasters. Okay, so that's the chives gone in. And we're going to now add in the breadcrumbs. The problem is it doesn't tell me how many breadcrumbs, so I'm going to add a tablespoon. So tablespoon of breadcrumbs, a little bit more. Okay, and then we're going to add in the garlic. Get your garlic pressed. Put your garlic in here as well. So in goes the garlic. That's quite a lot of garlic then, wasn't it? I love garlic, so I'm going to put a little bit extra in. I think I put about 5 cloves of garlic in there. Jay says, I'm thinking Captain Hook making a Peter Pan soured halibut. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Remember though, it doesn't have to be just Halloween though. It can be harvest as well. So I'm thinking about doing like a pumpkin soup. I've never done a pumpkin soup before. And maybe I could make it green or do something like a soup, a green soup. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to have to definitely go and get some green and orange food colouring. Definitely. Okay, and we're going to add in some olive oil to this. So just like we did before, olive oil, that's enough. Mix all that up. I think that's everything. So yeah, we've got chives, garlic, breadcrumbs and olive oil. So mix all that up. This is going to be our, what's going to go over the salmon. Can you all see that? It smells so nice. So I'll put that to one side. Okay, and then what we're going to do is, oh, it says half the chives. Never mind, I've put all the chives in. Never mind. Season with salt and pepper. Well, I don't have any salt. I don't have any pepper, so I'm going to add just salt. So I put all the chives in. I don't have any more chives, I'm afraid. So mix all that in. And then lay the salmon fillets on a baking tray lined with baking paper. Well, I'm just going to put them on foil because it does work. So let me grab my tray. Okay, this is very hot. Thank you so much, Jay, for the award. Let me grab my foil. Actually, we'll just use... There we go. Put some paper down. So we're going to put the salmon fillets on here. So that's one. And that's two. Get rid of that. Wash my hands. So lay the salmon fillets on a baking tray lined with baking powder and spread 1 teaspoon of creme fraiche first of all. So we're going to use the creme fraiche for the salmon. So it's only 1 teaspoon? Yeah, 1 teaspoon onto each piece of salmon. So let's put that on. Try not to let it touch because I don't want fish in my creme fraiche. So we're just going to put that on each fillet. Slightly different. I've never used creme fraiche before on salmon. It's slightly different. So this week we've done Herby chicken. We've done pork with a crust, chicken with a crust, because we put cheese, didn't we, on and onion chutney on the pork. Then we did chicken with herbs and like a breadcrumb, and now we're doing salmon with a breadcrumb. So that's giving you 3 recipes this week that you can do that just take normal food you can get in your supermarket and just give it a twist. Okay, and then what we're going to do is top with breadcrumbs, pressing them down to ensure they stick. So put that to one side. And now we're going to put on the breadcrumbs. Oh yes, look at that. So we've got the garlic, the chives, and the breadcrumbs on here. I should have had a bit more breadcrumbs, I think. We're just going to add that on, just so it sticks. What do we think, everyone? What do we think so far? Can you see that? Oh, this is going to be perfect. The thing with this sort of cooking is it is quite technical, but it's worth it. You have to do a few steps first, and then once it's done, it's something that you probably do again and again. Okay, so that's that done. Okay, so top with breadcrumbs, pressing them down to ensure they stick. Wash your hands after handling raw fish. When the potatoes are cooked, drain, pop your empty pan back on medium heat and add the remaining creme fraiche. Then reserve potato water, stock paste, garlic, stir to mix. I'm just wondering when to put this in. Okay, when the potatoes have been in the oven for 5 minutes, pop the salmon on the middle shelf to bake until the crumbs are golden. So I think that the potatoes are, oh, they're not even softened yet. Maybe they are okay, but what do we think? Let me just go off the recipe. So when the potatoes are cooked and drained, pop your empty pan back on medium heat and add the remaining creme fraiche. So let me just check how much creme fraiche I needed. it was 150 grams, and I've got here 300, so I need to use half of this. So I'm just wondering what is. I can't put them in just yet. I've got to wait until the potatoes are done. So let me just move them to one side. So I've got a bit more room. Sorry everyone. Let me just move that to one side. So I'm going to put them to one side. They don't go in the oven just yet. So just going to check on the potatoes. Yeah, they're not even boiling yet. I don't know, because it doesn't say long. I've got 3 more minutes yet for the potatoes. Right, so when they're... So I think we're going to be doing it into the pan, but I'm going to get I can actually do it in the frying pan, I think. Oh no, it can go into a... I think it goes in the potatoes. Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. It's going to go in the same pan. But I don't think they're soft enough yet. Let me just check. No, they're not soft yet. They definitely need a little bit longer than that. So, whilst there's anything else I can be doing, let me just check. So you're going to take an oven-proof dish once we've added the cheese into the... It's a bit like... So what it is basically mashed potato, or not mashed potato, with cheese and like the stock. That's what I think we're doing. It's basically when you make like mashed potato for a cottage pie and then you put it into a dish. Or maybe it's meant to be like that. Maybe it's meant to be like that. So when the potatoes are cooked and drained, pop your empty pan back on medium heat and add the remaining creme fraiche. Reserve potato water. Just trying to read this. It's kind of complicating on the app. I prefer to do it on a piece of paper. I guess we're just draining them off. I reckon they'll be fine. It's meant to be like that, I believe. Okay, it's had long enough. So we're going to drain this. Drain the potatoes. They don't really look like they're boiled, but if they're going to go into the oven, then they will cook. We'll give it a try anyway. Right, so there's the potato. I'm going to take a little bit of that potato water. Move this pan out of the way. This is what happens when we do live cooking. So we're going to take our empty pan, it says. I don't have a lot of space. It's really hot. Right, put that to one side. Right, pop your empty pan back on medium heat. So I'm going to spin you round. 1 second. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm going to use this. So pop it back on heat, it says. Pop your empty pan and add the remaining creme fraiche. So I'm going to add, I'm guessing it's like 100 grams of creme fraiche. So add your creme fraiche to your pan. That'll do. Okay, and then we're going to add some potato water. So I don't have any. I emptied most of the potato water out. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of hot water. Let's put that on boil a second. Oops. So we've added creme fraiche in here. Are you still with me, guys? Hopefully you're still with me. So we add creme fraiche to the dish. Reserve potato water, stock paste. So we're going to put the stock in here as well. Vegetable stock. I think it might be just quicker to... So just break that up into the creme fraiche. It's all going to come together. I'm going to add a little bit of water. a bit of water in there. Okay. We want garlic, so you want some more garlic. So it's a bit technical, I know that, but it will be worth it, I promise. So add some garlic. So mix all that in. So remember, the reason you're adding the water is for the stock. So we've got the creme fraiche in there as well. Just checking everything's on, which it is. And we want the cheese. So if you've seen my cheese grater before, I'm going to take the cheese. I'm surprised it's not asked for me to put the salmon on just yet. But then salmon only takes 15 minutes, so I can be quite slow, but I do like to make sure my food is cooked properly. So we're going to add the cheese. If you've got hard Italian cheese, use that. I'm using cheddar cheese. So this is going to make, this is the sauce, isn't it? This is the Dauphinoise sauce. The cheese sauce I'm making basically here. I'm thinking there, what on earth am I doing? So add the cheese. Got another cube somewhere. So 40 grams of cheese. So just have 20 grams per portion. Yeah, it's a cheese sauce. That's what I'm doing. Okay. And mix that in. The last time I didn't have vegetable stock, so I'm going to add a little bit more water to this actually. So yeah, it says lay the cooked potato slices in a layer of an oven-proof dish. You need an oven-proof dish. Oh, that's simmering away. Let me add a little bit more water to the... That'll do, because otherwise it's going to dry too quickly. Could always add some more creme fraiche in there as well. So mix all that in. I'm just going to spin you around a second and show you my next steps. This is going to be really nice. It just takes a little bit of effort, that's all. So we're going to put our potato skins in here. Lay them in. You'll see that. It's really different, this recipe for me. I don't usually do things like this. So you want to lay them out. Some of these are quite hard, but I guess they'll be fine in the oven. I might even just dab these with a tea towel, clean tea towel, because they will dry out a little bit. I'm going to be putting a sauce over these anyway, so stir that cheese sauce. So it says lay the cooked slices in layers, then pour over the creamy mixture. Bang the dish carefully a couple of times on a surface to get any air bubbles out. Sprinkle the remaining cheese on the top. So we can put cheese on this as well. More cheese on the top. Right, where's my spoon? I've lost things. Where's they gone? And there's the cheese sauce. Might add a bit more creme fraiche in this. Yeah, just add a bit more creme fraiche just to counteract against the extra water that I added. So this is Dauphinoise. This is how to make Dauphinoise. So mix all that in. Hopefully you're still there watching. Just give me a thumbs up, guys, if you're still there. It doesn't tell me how long to do the sauce for. Just says to bring to a boil, then remove from the heat and add salt and pepper. I'm just waiting for the sauce to boil, and then I can pour it over. And then everything needs to go in the oven. Let's get a bit more cheese for it to go on the top. Okay. I'm going to put the lid over it because it's taking a long time. I had to check it was on. It was on a sort of medium temperature. So if anyone's got any questions so far, do let me know in the chat. It's starting to come to a boil now, so not much longer. I'm going to get my other cheese ready to go on the top. And then we've got the broccoli. The thing is, I put that oven on far too early. It says to put the oven on right early at the beginning. It's been on for nearly half an hour already. Come on. I'm just spinning you around a minute. Just waiting for this to bubble. It's getting there. Could use a wooden spoon really, shouldn't I? So if you're just joining, welcome to this broadcast. I'm doing a HelloFresh recipe. It's actually a recipe from this week. So if you want to do this yourself, that's what I really should start doing actually, is do the recipes that are going to be upcoming. So then you can actually do this recipe yourself next week, because this is one of the recipes that you can make yourself at home. You can actually order this recipe for next week. So okay, I think that's ready. It's going to go in the oven anyway. So turn that off. Spin me back round again. I'm going to pour this all over. Let's do it this way. So make sure you're covering it over. Yeah, oh, that's looking really nice. Right, pop that to one side. So this, just give it a tap. Make sure there's no bubbles. And then we're going to add some cheese on the top. So again, get your grater. I'm going to put the cheese on the top of this. And then this needs to then bake. It looks really nice. It's not something I do. Looks good, Alexis, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm pretty impressed with it. I think the reason why the potatoes don't need to be, it don't take long for potatoes to boil anyway, to simmer. But I didn't want them to be too hard because they're going to go in the oven. So this needs to go into top shelf of the oven, it says, top shelf. So let's get that in, otherwise we're going to be here all day. So pop that on. There we go, that's the Dauphinoise done. And it takes 20 minutes for that to bake. So it's taken a while to do that. Okay, next step then. When the potatoes have been in the oven for 5 minutes, pop the salmon and then onto the middle shelf to bake until the crumbs are golden and the salmon cooked through. So we've got, and then to bake the salmon, it's 15 minutes. The salmon is cooked when opaque all the way through. When the salmon cooks, get your washing up done. Then heat a drizzle of oil in a frying pan on a medium heat. So let's get a pan out. Get the same pan we used earlier. So this is going to be really hot. So I can put my oil in ready. So I'm going to put my oil in ready. I've turned the pan off, but it'll just start to heat the oil up. So we've got 5 minutes to wait. Has anyone got any questions at all? So it takes 20 minutes for the Dauphinoise. I'm surprised how easy that is to make, actually. I didn't realise how easy it was. It's just that cheese sauce. I think that's what a lot of people would get confused about. So that cheese sauce that we just made, it's creme fraiche, potato water, but I didn't have any potato water. I threw it down the sink by mistake. Hot water, or and then you're going to mix it with stock paste, vegetable stock paste, garlic, and then some cheese. So that's what makes your cheese sauce. Stir to mix them, bring to the boil, then remove from the heat. Add salt and pepper, which we didn't add, so I don't have any pepper. Lay the cooked potato slices in layers in an approximately sized oven-proof dish, then pour over the creamy mixture. Bang the dish carefully a couple of times on the hard surface to get any air bubbles out. Sprinkle the remaining cheese on the top. Bake on the top shelf of your oven until golden brown and bubbly for 15 to 20 minutes. For a tip, put the dish on a baking tray to catch any drips. So we've got another 2 more minutes and then I will put the salmon in. So that's the next step. So 2 more minutes and then the salmon can go in. So here's the salmon we did earlier. Look at that, it looks really nice. It reminds me of smoked salmon on bagel with cream cheese. But this is going to go in the oven and cook. This is going to be beautiful. I know I'm making you hungry, I do apologise. Let me know what you're doing for your tea, your evening meal. Anyone watching on the replay, let me know as well. It's always good to know what you're having to eat, so it might inspire me in the future. So, right, let's get the salmon in. It's going to take the same amount of time. So, in goes the salmon, everyone. I'm going to put on a middle shelf. In it goes. Lovely jubbly. So, next thing we're going to do then, let me just start the salmon. So, it has little timers on there as well. So, it tells me and it'll notify me when things are done. So, baking the salmon, we now need to cook the broccoli. So, once hot, add the Tenderstem broccoli and cook for 2 to 3 minutes. So, we're doing the broccoli in the pan. So, let's cut this up. Little tip for you, if your broccoli's in plastic, take off the end, but keep the plastic on the broccoli. And then just cut the broccoli as you need it. So you just take out each piece. And that way it won't go dry. You can just easily store it in your... Or you can freeze it as well. Put it all up and freeze it. I did actually freeze some broccoli. So, oh, you're doing an Italian Tuscan style. That sounds nice, Alexis. I'll be in for that, don't worry. I'll be there. So we're actually going to fry the broccoli and the... Oops. So put that to one side. So we're going to start to cook the broccoli. Turn the pan back on. Spin you around. And I'm just going to cut this broccoli in half to smaller pieces. See, cooking can be fun. A lot of people don't like to cook because they've either probably had a bad experience in the kitchen, or they just never have learned to cook. And it comes, you know, that's what cooking's all about, learning new things. Let's pop these in. Maybe they're a little bit too big. But it's only enough for 2 portions. So pop that in your pan. Don't usually fry broccoli. Just let that go in the pan. Just like that. And then I think we're going to be adding some peas. So cook for 2 to 3 minutes. I need to add a splash of water. So get a little splash of water ready. Turn this up. So hey Kristen, good to see you. Hi Mike, good to see you. So Kristen's having cheddar bacon stuffed burgers, homemade sweet potato fries, and homemade and regular potato fries for the kids. If we have 2 cakes, we also have 2 cakes to choose from, so I don't have to bake anything today. Nice one, Kristen. Nice one. What sort of cakes are they? Yeah, the sweet potatoes. I love how you get the sweet potato fries, but the kids get the normal ones. I love that. That's brilliant. So I don't think I've ever fried broccoli. The only time I've ever I've fried broccolis when I've done a stir fry, but yeah, it's very surreal me doing fried broccoli. You did a carrot cake. Oh, nice, Kristen. Did you see my? I did the carrot muffins earlier. I made some carrot muffins earlier today. These are the carrot muffins I made. Cinnamon, carrots. What else is in them? Mixed fruit. What else did I add? Some eggs. Yeah, really nice. So I've done them before on Haps. We did them on Haps cooking. We did a cooking broadcast a while ago, and that's when we made them. But they were Anne's recipe that I followed from her, and she wasn't a fan of them, and I really liked them, so I've made them again. On honey as well, lots of honey. And I tried to make them a bit sweeter because I think that was the reason why she didn't like them. So we're going to add a little bit of water to this. Add some water, and then we're going to add we need to put a lid over these. So let me grab my lid because we need to steam them. Just going to put a lid over these because they need to steam, and that's the reason why. Okay. Then the next thing, so we're steam frying the broccoli for 3 minutes. So you cook the broccoli for 3 minutes, and then we put a lid over and steam them for another 3 minutes. But then once the broccoli's tender, we add the sugar snap peas to the pan, and then cover with the lid again, and allow to steam until the sugar snap peas are tender. So we're going to get some sugar snap peas in here as well. We'll have them ready. I'm going to cook all of these because they've got today's date on. So otherwise, if I don't eat them all. Hey Anne, how are you doing? We're just talking about you. Yeah, I made the carrot muffins today on TikTok. I saw Swifty on TikTok as well today. He was on TikTok earlier with somebody playing the guitar, I think. I think he was doing something. So I made the muffins again. So tonight we've made a salmon. We're making Herby salmon. We've just put some Dauphinoise in the oven. They're all being freshly made. We've just been making sure they're roasting. Steam fried in the broccoli. And let me just press the timer for that. So 3 minutes. No, why are we talking about me? Because of the carrot muffins. Because I made the carrot muffins. There we go. Look at them. As I said, I really like these, but I have to add a bit more honey to them to make them a bit sweeter. So 3 minutes, don't take the pan off because they need to steam. And we'll put the sugar snap peas in and put the lid back on. Have you noticed anything better about the connection, Anne? Let me just bring you up, look. How are you, Anne? Lovely to see you. Hey, everyone. So let me try and read some of the comments. Yeah, I got that about the carrot cake. Oh, Oreo cake as well. I didn't see that one. That looks nice, Kristen. That'd be nice. Thanks for the award, Jay. Jay says, I'm thinking about Captain Hook. Oh, yeah, we got that from Halloween. Yeah, not illegal doing the tombola thing. It's a Star Eye apron. Yeah, this is the apron that Melanie got for me for my birthday. Love autumn. Yeah, doing the autumn boxes. So yeah, if you want anything from Alexis, anything like autumn, that's why I said make sure to do things like sell like products that you would use this time of year. And what's your favourite products that you use this time of year? For me, it's probably a slow cooker, like cooking equipment and things that you do with, things that you like to munch on in autumn when it's horrible outside. So Mike says the connection's excellent. Oh, I'm good about that. I'm glad about that. Let's lift this off. Add the sugar snap peas. There we go. I'll turn these over as well. Let's get them all in. As I say, because I need to use these up. Do we need to add any more water? Oh, and if you've got any more chives, add a few more chives to this as well. So I'm just going to add a little tiny bit more water. Put the lid back on. There we go. A George Foreman grill. Hey Melanie, good to see you. Yeah, the George Foreman grill, soup makers. Yeah, anything that bring that autumn feel. And get some taste buds as well. If I could order the taste buds, I would. Because the taste buds give you the ideas to what to cook. And you might then be inspired to do something else from the taste buds. So we're just going to give it 3 more minutes just to let them cook. Let me check on the salmon. In fact, it says the salmon's done actually. Oh, the broccoli's done, yeah. We've got 5 minutes left on the salmon, 7 minutes left on the Dauphinoise. Because it tells me on the app now, it tells you. So, I'll tell you what, a few things though. It does tell you on here what stuff you need. So if I go back, for this dish, you need saucepan, cutting board, a knife, a colander, garlic press, a bowl, baking tray, oven dish, frying pan, and a plate. So it tells you everything you need that I've used for this dish. Oh, they're looking good. It's a heavy pan this, so I'm using a frying pan with the Crusted lid. So I could have used the other pan really, couldn't I? Hey Pablo, good to see you. So Anne says, are you going to cook with Jay tomorrow? I can't tomorrow, Anne. I'm away tomorrow. I'm away tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm off to a dance weekend, and because we've not seen each other since lockdown, it's going to be a good weekend. Trust me. I might come live a few times, but we'll see how I feel. But there'll be lots of alcohol involved. So hey Mike, yeah, thanks Mike. So remember, you can share this broadcast, subscribe, sponsor if you wish. Oh, these are looking very nice. Oh, them broccoli's looking good. So if you wanted, you could add some chives in there. Let me get some plates ready now, because we'll be ready to serve. I'm making you all hungry. So it's been a little bit of a lengthy process, this one, but it should taste really, really nice. Well, I get to taste it, unfortunately you don't. So, next week, yeah, definitely, yeah, I'm up for that. Definitely, just let me know a time and we can sort something. And just give it another 30 seconds. Let me check the times. This is going to look really good. It's gone very dark in this kitchen. Put the light on. It's better. So just to recap then. Just to recap while everything's cooking. We boiled potatoes. We peeled and sliced the potatoes. We added it to boiling water. We simmered until tender. Okay, that was for 12 minutes. We then peeled and grated garlic, chopped some chives, popped breadcrumbs into a bowl and added some oil. We then seasoned with salt and pepper. We mixed that together and added that to the salmon fillets. But before that, we added creme fraiche on each of the salmon fillets. We topped with the breadcrumbs, pressed down to ensure they stuck. That's done. Move that out of the way. Just mix. Give this a little. I think this is done, guys. Yeah, this is done. Turn that off. And then what we did was we added potatoes. We emptied the potatoes. We put some creme fraiche, water, stock paste, garlic, and cheese, and made our cheese sauce. We added it to the potatoes in a dish. That's done. Let's turn that off. I have to burn myself. Spin you back round because I'm ready to serve in a second. And then what we did, we added cheese on the top. We put the cheese sauce in. We put that in the oven. We've got 3 minutes left for that. And then we put the salmon fillets into the oven. They're nearly done. And then we did the broccoli and the sugar peas. So, okay, no worries, Anne. Thanks for coming in. So we're just about to serve. Hopefully these are going to be nice and crispy. So, just waiting for the... That's what I can do is start to add this to the plate. This is very hot. So let's add this to the plate. There we go. So I'm going to put the broccoli on. Sugar snap peas. Let's just do the other one. A few more peas. So who's hungry? Let me know in the chat if you're hungry. Okay, so next thing then, yeah, we just need to add the, let's check on the Dauphinoise. Oh, looking good. Oh, it's looking really good actually. I think it might take a little bit longer though, it might take another 5 minutes. So if you're all happy to stay on chat a bit longer, because I just need to make sure it's all crispy. Let's have it, let's try sugar, let's try one of these peas. Oh my gosh, that's good. Yes, it's going to be another few more minutes because I want to make sure the Dauphinoise are really crispy. So has anyone got any questions? Anything at all? If you're still there. So let me know who's on this evening. I know Melanie's on tonight. She's on at 10 o'clock British time. So make sure to tune in to that. I'm just thinking I won't be on. I might come on tomorrow morning and do a curry before I go off to Harrogate tomorrow. So I might come on and do that tomorrow. When am I going to come and cook for you? Good question, Melanie. That's a good question. Well, I can always cook, can't I, and deliver it to you. That could work. A delivery service. Do you know what? Some people do that though. They actually cook from their own home for people, like friends and family and things. So if you ever want a dish, so when I come down to, if you can get to Lincoln in a couple of weeks' time, you just let me know what you want me to do, and I shall deliver it to you. Don't know when. I think it's when the Christmas market's on. I don't know when that is. It'll be in November, I reckon. I think it'll be November time. An aubergine stew. Oh yes, that'd be nice. I'm just waiting for these Dauphinoise to go a bit more crispy. I hope the salmon looks amazing. I mean, it's salmon with a cheese sauce. It's like the food that I'm cooking. This is food I would pay quite a lot of money for if I was in a restaurant. Well, they'd charge you probably at least £20, wouldn't they, for a dish like this? I'm not going to charge you that amount, Melanie. Don't worry about that. That's a bit expensive, but it is. That's what people pay in restaurants, don't they? For look, I can see me now. I love this. It's really good. It keeps everything clean. Look, stops all the dirt from. I don't think I've washed it yet though. When should I wash this? Do you think? Another week? I've only used it, I think about 4 or 5 times. Oh, I think the salmon's done. You know. Well, it's telling me that it should be ready now, so I think I'm going to take it out. But the salmon apparently only takes 20 minutes to do, so it's looking nice. I want that to be really crispy, actually. I'm going to give it another few more minutes because usually when I think it's not done, and I give it a few more minutes, it tastes better. But I don't want to obviously overcook the salmon because normally I would wrap it in some foil and put it into the oven that way. But with this, I put it onto the actual baking tray. So another pea. Cheers, everyone. These are really nice. Tell you what would work with this. Peppers. Green peppers. Roasted green peppers. So, Melanie, what's your poem tonight? What's your poem? I can never say that word. Poet. What's your poem? Poem. Do we know the name of it? The only thing also about this dish is you might need a little bit of... It's a very dry dish. You know, like us in the north, we like gravy. It's a very dry dish. So maybe a bit of creme fraiche on the side. I'm not quite sure. So, hey, right, I'm just waiting now. Just waiting. Cheers. I'm making my tea. I should have left that in the pan really and just put the lid over it to keep it warm. But you learn these things though as you cook. So I've got 217 viewers. Wow. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. It'll be ready in a few minutes. Just wanting my potatoes to be that extra bit crispy. Plus, because when they were boiling, they weren't soft. They weren't too soft. Oh, you're gonna love this, Melanie. You won't have seen the beginning part. I don't think you missed the beginning part. But you're gonna love this when I get this out of the oven in a moment. That's just the broccoli and the green beans, sugar. Yeah, the peas. All right, let's go for it. We'll take the salmon out first. So here's the salmon. Look at them. Oh god. So the salmon's been in long enough now. I usually like to leave my salmon about 25 minutes. Look at that. That's our topping on the side with chives. Chives creme fraiche. Let's put the other one. Look at that. Look at the size of the piece of salmon. Now this salmon was actually from Morrison's when they had it on offer. So each piece of salmon works out about 50p each, maybe less. Because if you buy a whole piece of salmon and ask the butcher or the fishmonger to cut it up for you, you can then freeze it. So it's definitely worth getting your fish in bulk. Oh wow, this is, look at this, Melanie, look. Oh, they're actually quite hard. So I'm going to have to put that in the oven still a bit longer. But it's in a creamy sauce. That does need to cook longer, so... So I think I'm going to end the broadcast there. I've shown you what the Dauphinoise look like, but they need to go in the oven longer. So I'm going to end the broadcast. I will take a picture, post it on Instagram if you want to see the final view. Okay, so Aidan leads one. You'll see the picture on there in about 20 minutes or so, because I think I didn't boil the potatoes too much because I didn't want them to be too soft. So, but I'll post a picture up, guys. Salmon looks amazing. Oh yes. So thanks for coming in. I shall see you soon. I'll post. In fact, I'll post a picture on here as well. So see you soon, guys.